Yo guys, what's up? I'm the Original Gamer, once again here with another Sonic the Hedgehog movie video. And today, March 31st, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie released on Blu-ray, which included some deleted scenes, like I said yesterday. And these deleted scenes are actually very interesting as it shows more about Teen Sonic and Longclaw. It shows that Longclaw was actually part of his life during his teen years. And it also showed a scene during the movie that was surprisingly cut out. I don't know why it was cut out. I felt like it would have been a really great scene. I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna let you guys watch the first scene right now.
This is the island where I'm from. It had everything. Sandy beaches, cascading waterfalls, public access to loop-de-loops, and all with a relaxed tropical vibe. And then there was me. A little blue ball of super energy. No past, no family, just a lot of mysterious power in an extremely handsome package. That's Longclaw. She took care of me. She was basically Obi-Wan Kenobi if Obi-Wan Kenobi had a beak and ate mice. Word got out pretty quickly about the mysterious toddler and his extraordinary power. And the bad guys came knocking. It wasn't looking good, but Longclaw had a few tricks up her sleeve.
And right there is where it cuts into the deleted scene we looked over yesterday. And that scene was actually very similar to what we got in the final product, except for the fact that, you know, Longclaw went to Earth with Sonic right here. One thing that is super cool about this scene that I found absolutely interesting is this was pointed out by Gotta Play Fast on Twitter. If you look at the roughened up model of Green Hill that we see at the beginning where it's panning over Green Hill, he pointed out that a lot of those assets that you see of the Green Hill lands and platforms and stuff were actually assets from Sonic Generations and Sonic Lost World. So it's really cool to think that they used assets from that game to help get a sort of idea on, you know, what Green Hill would look like. And that's really awesome because you could definitely tell in the way it looks as you see those foreground platforms definitely look like the Generations Green Hill, and you see the two hills in the very back, they look like the Lost World with the darker brown and the more vibrant green, which I thought that was awesome. And then you see the loop-de-loop Sonic runs through is clearly that first loop-de-loop that modern Sonic goes through in Green Hill. And I thought that was something that was very cool to see because Sonic Generations is one of my favorite Sonic games. I still play it to this day. I play it quite frequently. It's like an almost everyday thing. So seeing that they actually used it for inspiration in this movie, which of course they would, it's just a really neat thing to see. Another thing that was different about this one is the Echidna models. The Echidnas looked a bit more rodent Sonic-y, I guess you could say. They didn't look like Knuckles like they did in the final movie. They did have the weird length to them and the muscles and the weird tiny eyes. They did look a bit odd, but I am glad we have the more knuckly looking ones now. And then the baby Sonic just looks freaky. You can see his little baby Sonic butt cheeks. It looks super funny and nasty. I don't even know how to say it. That was, it's very weird looking, but that's really all I gotta say about that. Other than that, not much to say about that scene except for those few things that I wanted to point out. Let's move on to the next one.
The thing was, the further I ran, the more there was to see. Before long, I discovered what was beyond the woods. People! We should say hello. Maybe we could be friends.
We can share their world, but never let the humans see you.
I don't understand.
Humans are like any creatures. When they encounter great power, they will want it for themselves. And you, Sonic, have the greatest power I have ever seen.
So, with great power comes great boredom.
I believe you have this power for a reason, and someday we'll find out why. Until then, we must stay hidden. These rings are our most important possession. If you're ever discovered, use one. A single focused thought can take you anywhere in the universe. If you must leave Earth, this is the next safe world.
That's a lot of mushrooms. Longclaw took care of me when I was a baby. And when Longclaw couldn't take care of me, I took care of her. She was my only friend.
So that scene had a lot to take in there. We got to see Rodent Sonic's design actually in action for the first time since the trailer, and it was a very, it was a nice scene. I liked the scene a lot. I could see why it was removed, mainly for the fact, Longclaw, but it was a nice, heartfelt, scene, from Sonic's point of view, because Sonic nowadays in the games never really shows any emotion. He's just sort of like, hey guys, I'm Sonic. But I loved how in the movie they gave him actual emotions. He felt lonely, he was sad, he felt angry.
I was forced from my home. Your home is perfect and you're leaving it. Why would you do that?
And I love this about the movie, and this was a great scene that unfortunately was hard to take serious with the ugly design. But it starts off with, Sonic seeing kids playing just like in the movie when he sees the kids playing baseball. And then he wants to go, make friends with them, say hi, maybe they'll be his friend. But Longclaw says no because he's dangerous, and she says she knows how humans are. They just yearn for power, which makes sense, and that Sonic can't let anyone see him. So she explains to him about the whole ring thing, if anyone sees you, you got to go to this mushroom planet. And Sonic throws in a little Spider-Man reference, with great power comes great responsibility, except he says boredom, which I thought that was kind of cool. After that, we are shown that Longclaw actually does die under Sonic's care, which was that scene was actually very nice. She took care of Sonic since he was a baby, since no one took care of him, and then he took care of her for the rest bit of her life. So we do find out what would have happened to Longclaw if she did go to Earth with Sonic. As for what happens now that she stayed back at Green Hills, did she ever end up escaping the Echidna clan, or is she still alive? Is she dead? We don't know for sure yet. The movie wants us to think she's dead, but I don't know, it's hard to tell. But that was a nice scene. I did like that scene a lot. It was very heartfelt from Sonic's point of view, and I thought that was a very nice touch. The final scene we have is right after the car chase scene, where Sonic and Tom go to his sister-in-law's house to find Maddie, and we are shown a new scene that was removed from the movie that I felt should have stayed in, but I'm just gonna let you guys watch and form an opinion for yourselves.
You're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about. Well, I don't see the appeal. Stop! That is very gross.
Hey Jojo, can Uncle Tommy get a minute alone with the blue guy?
Sure. Come, Ozzy.
Cool dog. No wonder he's your best animal friend.
I want to talk to you for a second. Have a seat.
Okay.
Up here.
Right.
So, back on the highway, what was that crazy lightning display?
I don't know. It's only happened to me one other time at the baseball field.
Baseball, that's weird. What were you doing?
Just playing baseball. Okay, there might have been some light crying involved. My power gets weird when I get emotional.
Yeah, well, emotions are powerful things. Humans struggle with them all the time.
I've never seen a human shoot lightning out of their butt.
Well, maybe that's your real superpower. A little time, a little practice, who knows what you could do.
I'm sure it's a tough decision for you to leave Green Hills. I'm sorry I was so hard on you.
So we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we better hit the road.
Tom, if you so much as glance at my car, I will rip you limb from limb.
You want to drive?
Alright, well that was it for that last deleted scene, which like I said, I really liked that scene a lot and I felt like it should have been incorporated into the final film because there is a nice bit of, I guess, understanding between Tom and Sonic. Like, you know how Sonic got upset with Tom for wanting to leave Green Hills, and in this scene they sort of met that middle ground where they apologize, like, okay, cool, we're cool, alright, awesome, which kind of also builds up to that scene on the top of the San Francisco Tower where they're sort of, you know, like friends there. So that scene would have been nice to incorporate into the film because, you know, they're a bit more understanding. And it also shows why Sonic was the one driving his sister-in-law's car, because Tom offered him the ride. He offered him the ride, and where in the movie it just cuts to the scene where Sonic's just driving, and that didn't make much sense. But you could definitely see the huge difference between the rodent Teen Sonic design versus the current good design we actually have now. And I really wish a lot more of these scenes were completed, because seeing the rough models of them is just kind of weird to see, like Tom interacting with like the unfinished model. And if you think about it, like in real life, when he was actually acting, there was like nothing there and he was just talking to nothing. He just had to wait for cues to start talking again. That was just really funny, and it's just kind of I would like to see the actual finished shots, but I'm glad we do have these shots because these are some really good shots that were very interesting, and I did like them all a lot. Let me know what you guys thought about these Sonic movie deleted scenes. Personally, I loved all these. I wish some of these were incorporated in the movie in some way or another. Maybe when the second movie comes out, we'll have some deleted scenes also, and hopefully we get some good stuff out of those too. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'm the Original Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.